What's this one? That's not history. Jesus was Palestinian versus Palestine didn't exist. This is interesting.
Because
Let me have a look.
Palestine is a very, very old country.
Well, wait, let me turn it down a little bit. Let's go.
Because Palestine is a very, very old country.
Palestine's
And you must
never
respect it.
Palestine's
You must
never been a
respect it
country.
because
See, this is the thing, like, not knowing will have you saying really dumb things. Like, if you don't actually know, then, you know, you start saying some stuff that, you know, for the people that actually know, go, huh? What are they talking about? They're crazy.
in Christianity terminology, y'all believe
Jesus
that
was born in
Jesus was
Judea,
born in
Bethlehem. Yeah,
Y'all
Bethlehem.
believe-
Bethlehem back then it wasn't called Palestine. It was
Okay,
called
but
Judea.
if you Google Jesus
No,
he
was
wasn't
Palestinian.
No, he was Jewish.
He was of Jewish ethnicity, but he was still Palestinian because
Palestine
Jews,
didn't exist
Yeah,
at
it's
the time.
crazy.
Nobody called it
Palestine-
Palestine.
It didn't exist. That's what I'm saying. It didn't exist at that time.
Palestine does exist.
Palestine-
Israel became later because
What
during the
was the
Roman
land-
Empire, the Jews did not.
And I swear, even in the Quran, Palestine is not mentioned once, but Israel is mentioned multiple times. So it's like, why they, you know, it's uneducated. You can't really be mad at them. It's just they just don't know. They've run with the misconception that they've been taught by other people that don't really know, and obviously they want to protect the religion and that. So truth is obscured in a way. So it's always that. So this like this lady here, it's just ignorance. You know what I mean? Really.
Where to go because they didn't know where to go because they were hated all over Europe because of the Holocaust. So then the British people were like, hey,
During the
let's just
Roman
give you guys
Empire?
this land.
That's crazy. That is mad.
Hello.
Are you a streamer?
I'm not.
You look
Bill.
like one. Are you here to debate Muslims about Islam?
Yeah, or Palestine
'Cause
and
a
Israel.
lot of Arabs are Muslim. Not every Arab is a Muslim, but
No.
most of them are.
Right.
There's Arab Christians out there.
Yeah. God bless
You
them.
know that.
And God bless everybody.
Oh, what about God bless the Muslims though?
He literally just said, God bless everybody. See, I swear, yeah, you can sort of see that there's already an anti side coming from her side. She's anti him. Why?
The Arab Muslims? Do you believe?
He
in
literally
Like
said
God bless
everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
literally
I
said
pray-
Even
everybody.
Israel?
I pray for everybody to come to salvation
Even Israel?
in Jesus Christ.
I don't want to do that though. I respect your religion.
So
I
sad.
respect every religion, but I don't want to believe in Christianity because it doesn't make sense to me.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
could try to
fine.
explain it to you, but you said that we have the same God, and I told you that Jesus is God.
Yeah, and this is where the issue is, because like it's fine if you don't understand Christianity, that's fine. If it don't make sense to you, that's cool. Like there's people willing to tell you to tell you about it, to learn about it. You can even just read the Bible and learn about it from there. See the doctrine of the Trinity clearly written there. If you want to learn, you will learn. But if you don't really want to learn, then obviously, you know, you won't. Like that's always been the way, and it's fine. But this is where we have an issue when they start saying, "But we have the same God." But it's not, because if you read both, if you read the Holy Bible and then you read the Quran, you see that these are two different gods. One's all loving and forgiving, and the other one's like punishing, and certain attributes he can't do. For example, like the God of Islam can't have a son. He can't. That's where his power stops. He's unable to have a son because he can't have a consort. So he would need a partner. Do you know what I mean? So there's differences there in the deities themselves.
So in your book, Allah claims to be the first and the last, and the person who is going to
Yeah,
judge
he's literally going to say
humanity.
it.
He said
He's not going to
repeatedly,
judge bad ways. He's just because you guys believe in the day of resurrection.
he doesn't
When
send
you-
people to hell.
Can you let me finish?
You said he's not going to judge people in bad ways.
Mm.
Allah doesn't send people to hell because your
He is
hadiths
just
say
going
that in the
to
end
judge.
times.
It's
Your
basically-
hadiths,
he owns why he judged it.
Don't go
Hey,
against it.
can you let me finish?
What I really noticed is a lot of these Muslims that go to debate, like this young lady here, she's turned on a camera, you know, willing to debate. Where is they come with a pick and choose thing, even from their own Islamic text, even from their scholars and all of that, they pick and choose what's good. This is where you can clearly see there's a massive issue here.
Yeah,
The
but
only
I'm
reason why
addressing what
he's
you're
going
going.
to
Go ahead.
judge-
Go ahead.
He's going to judge humanity. He's going to judge humans because when humans pass away, they have a choice, right? Heaven or hell.
After
right?
they pass
You
away or
believe in-
while they're on
You
Earth?
believe in the day of resurrection. In your belief system, it's called the day of resurrection. We believe it's called the Day of Judgment.
I know, and then the
Basically,
Muslim,
God
the Jews are
judges
going to
us.
hide behind the rocks and trees,
Judge,
and the
can you
Muslims are
let me
going to.
finish?
Yeah, I knew about your
and
day.
the
I knew
trees,
about your day of
yeah,
judgment.
the trees themselves are gonna be like, oh look, there's a Christian or a Jew hidden behind me. So that's the belief system there.
I'm
The
almost done. Can
Jews,
you let me
the,
finish?
So if you really analyze it, it's like it's like Muslims versus everyone sort of thing. Whereas in Christianity, I don't know about Judaism because I haven't studied it, but with Christianity, it's like everyone love everyone. We're all in this together. We're all brothers and sisters. But where what I've seen in Islam is like if they're not Muslim, they're the opposition. Pretend to be their friend, like pretend to be their friend, but in your heart, you know that they're kuffar or whatever. They're unbelievers in your mind because they don't believe in the deity of Allah. You see what I'm saying? So that you can clearly see there. There's like it starts off kind of rocky.
I already know about your day of
It's
judgment.
anti.
I already know about it. The Jews are going to hide behind rocks and trees, and they're going to crowd, oh, Muslim, there's a
Okay.
Jew behind me, come and kill him. That's what you guys believe.
Yeah.
And it also
Oh,
says it.
that's not what we
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
In Islam,
Oh,
we
that's
do
not
not
what you
See,
believe.
promote violence.
again. So she don't believe that. So she's picked and choose. She's picking and choosing from Islamic texture texts.
But we do not promote terrorism. Muslims are not terrorists. That's a stereotype and it's false.
I don't think all
Yeah,
Muslims
not-
are
we're
terrorists.
not
would
terrorists.
agree.
I don't
If
think
I
all
was a
would
Muslims
terrorist,
are
you think I'd
terrorists.
be alive right
No,
now?
of course not.
If I was a
course
terrorist,
not.
you think I'd be alive right now?
I didn't say
If I
Muslims.
violated people, like if I killed someone, do you think I'd be alive right now? I would be in prison.
I don't think all Muslims are
Yeah,
terrorists. I
yeah.
never said that.
No, that's
Well,
that's bad. No
you
one
like
would say
hinted
that.
I
No.
think
You
that,
like beat them up.
No, I think what it is like when you bring up certain things to Muslims, they automatically feel that sort of way. Also, Islamophobia doesn't exist because you can't be racist to a religion. So Islamophobia, I completely reject the notion of Islamophobia. You can't be racist to a belief system. That's impossible. So that's that. But yeah, there's weird like things there.
On the book.
And the more you listen to like the common Muslim, the more like you sort of you understand the level of understanding.
no, I think most terrorists on Earth are Muslims because the GTI says so. The top 10 biggest terrorist groups in
You
the world
think
are all.
most
And
terrorists
that's why.
are
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say because the reason she goes to default to terrorism is because she understands the effect Islam has had on the world in regards to terror. Like it has had a massive effect, especially like in my lifetime. You know what I mean? Over my lifetime, or over this generation, we can see that the majority of the terrorist groups are like Muslim Islamic terrorist groups. You know what I'm saying? There's no like, that's not saying all Muslims are terrorists. That's what she's equated with that. So by saying a mere fact that most of the last 20 years terrorism or whatever has been caused by Muslims, like Islamic extremists, she's all automatically defaulting to believing that he's calling every Muslim a terrorist, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know what I mean? So it's like a defense tactic, cope mechanism.
Muslims. In
Yeah.
Israel, the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, they are terrorists. They are terrorizing Gaza. Are they terrorists in your belief system?
No.
Crazy.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, so it's like completely two different opposite worlds. IDF, so in her view, IDF is a terrorist system, and then in his view, Hamas is a terrorist system. Right? It's like something's got to be true here, or something's got to be false.
You support Israel?
Mm-hmm.
It's like shocking to her. Like, I think Israel are allowed to have their place. I think every people has their place, and I think Israel has the right to have its place as well. If that's wrong, then yeah, you can see that there's a massive issue here, because then you realize that then you come to a conclusion, because her shock, especially as a Muslim, like, and I see this with all Muslims, they're all shocked when you show support to Israel. Like Israel, yeah, they do deserve to live. You know, I mean, Jews should be able to live freely. Like, that's fine. And for that to be shocking, it shows you that they want to eradicate these people, like Muslims want to kill Jews. That's the conclusion you get from looking at that. Go, why are you so shocked? What's the like? It's so shocked at that, like shocking that people think that a certain group of people like Jews or any people, but you know, when it comes to Jews, it's like, oh yeah, I think Jews should be able to live their life in peace and not, you know, have to worry, just as everyone else should be able to live in peace and not have to worry. They go, everyone, yeah, but not the Jews. So it's like, what do you want to do? They want to kill all the Jews then? What? That's bad. That's
You're
bad news.
brainwashed. I hope, may God give you
Well, let's
the
talk
moral
about
courage
it.
and strength.
Let's
Just
talk
talk
about
God
about it,
give you-
love. This is what it is. It's like they're unable to communicate with it. But then it becomes like insults. Then they insult you. Oh, you're brainwashed. Or oh, you're. Well, let's talk about it. Let's communicate. They're unable to communicate.
the moral courage and strength to start
It's like
supporting
anger.
Palestine,
It's like a pent-up
because
anger.
What does
are
that
you
mean
talking
to you?
about?
What does that
Israel
mean
is
to you?
committing a genocide against innocent.
Okay, let's
Israel's
talk
committing
about
a
it.
genocide. Let
Let's
me finish.
talk
Let me
about it.
finish.
Talk about it, man.
You can ramble off a bunch of things.
So
Let's
why do you
talk
support?
about it.
Why do you support a country that's committing a genocide against
I don't
innocent
believe
Palestinians
there's a
who are desperate
genocide.
for food and water?
You're starting with a proposition that I don't accept. I don't think there's
Yeah.
a genocide. I don't think that 70,000.
Yeah. So all these things here are shocking to her. Uneducated.
People killed in 3
You
years that
don't
includes combatants. So you're gonna let me finish?
You don't think innocent
Uneducated.
children are being murdered because they
I don't
just
think
want,
they're being- I don't-
innocent. They just
what-
want food and water, and the IDF are killing them. You don't believe that's happening right now? Have you not seen the media?
Are you gonna let me address it? Okay.
Are you Israeli? Is that why you're defending them?
No, I'm American and I'm not Jewish. I'm a Christian. I already told
That's
you.
why you defend them. You're American. I'm American too, but I don't defend them.
That has
Uh,
nothing to do with
But
me
like
being
most
American. The majority of the
stereotypical,
You see the justification. You can see it in real time. Like the justification, how she justifies it in her mind and puts it in the little compartments in her mind. You know what I mean? Like the mind is made up. You know what I mean? It's like it's really, I don't know, like a crazy way to look at stuff and come to conclusions so quickly like that. It's like, oh, you're American. Oh, yeah, of course you're gonna. It's like, huh? What?
Americans,
You're crazy, love.
stereotypical Americans defend Israel.
yeah,
You're
because
probably a Trump
we're
employee.
we're
What?
against Islamic terrorism.
You see-
Mm.
That's why
Oh,
we
who's
defend
worse?
Israel.
Who's we?
Americans are against Islamic terrorism.
I'm an American, and I'm not against
Islamic
Islam.
terrorism. Huh? What is she gonna actually say? What is she gonna say? Is she gonna say that she's American but she's for Islamic terror? What is she gonna say? Crazy time to pause.
It's Islamic terrorism.
I'm an American, and I'm not against Islamic terrorism because that simply does not exist.
Okay, if I,
What? So, look, you see, you begin to see more clearly into the mind. It's like, there is no Islamic terrorism in her mind. There isn't none.
pull up the GTI, the
I
Global
don't-
Terrorism Index, which is an independent database that has the top.
Yeah, anyone can use these sources. GTI is out there for everyone to see. It's an independent source to see for yourself. It's not like all hidden behind, whoa. No, this is independent. This is by people who don't have no thing nowhere. They're just putting down the information. Like, anyone can get it.
And terrorist groups in the world, and they're all
But
Islamic. And the top
it's the
10
lack
created-
of wanting
attacks.
to.
Who created
That's why
that
you
statistic?
yeah, you see, this is how it is. Everything's a conspiracy theory. Everything's brainwashed. Everyone's this. Everyone's it's all the Jews' fault, and then it all filters down to them that it's always the Jews' fault. This is how the mentality is. It's very suspicious. It's very on edge. Can't be trusting these kuffars and that. If they're not Muslim, I'm not listening. I can't trust. You know what I mean? It's that sort of vibe. So you go, huh? Well, there's no communicating with a person like that. There's no coming to an understanding when they secretly hate you, when they secretly want to see your demise. You know what I mean? It's like whoa. Yeah, it's really peculiar. Who made that list? Who done that? Suspicious,
Where are
man.
you gonna get the
It's
statistics from?
it's independent.
Okay,
It's
here's the
literally
thing.
independent.
Boko
Yes, I
Haram.
did say earlier.
Here, I'll pull it
you
up
don't-
for you. Ready? GTI 2026, and you can look it up too. You're gonna
If
tell
it's
me
an American source, it's definitely false. America lies
It's
about
an
a lot of things.
independent-
You know, Trump,
Okay.
you know,
So from her it has to be what, Muslim source, or probably a Muslim source. And do you think the Muslim source you know, going to be honest enough to say the truth? You know? I know.
The orange
Oh,
pedophile in office.
But Hamas doesn't lie, right? Dude, your prophet's a pedophile.
She said orange pedophile at office. Prophet's a pedophile. Shots fired.
You know Trump. You know the orange
Oh,
pedophile in office.
But Hamas doesn't
That's
lie, right?
bad.
Dude, your prophet's a pedophile. He married a 6-year-old. Don't play
crazy.
that.
Oh, my prophet's
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Literally.
First of all, he's
See, so this is where they get unstuck now. They get unstuck. They can throw insults, but are unable to receive them. Don't they know the classic saying, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones or don't throw rocks or whatever it is. If you live in a glass house, don't insult if you can shatter so easily. Don't throw insults if you can't take insults. Like, what the hell? And in this particular case, I don't know for sure 100% if Donald Trump is a paedophile. I'm not writing it off. But I'm not saying he 100% is. There's no evidence. I've not seen any evidence of Trump being a paedophile. But however, with Muhammad, there is. There's written evidence there in their book, in their Quran. So,
not. Second of all,
How old was Aisha?
Isaiah dated Rebecca.
Rebecca wasn't 3.
Isaiah or Isaac.
Rebecca wasn't
Isaac-
3. We
Isaac
can go
was
over
like-
this.
Isaac was
This is another classic one, bro. They go 3. It's never stated the age. And I don't know no 3-year-old that can bring water out of a well. Lifting up water and feeding horses and that. A 3-year-old. I don't know none that can do that. So I don't know where they've landed with this number of 3. It's suspicious, I swear. Because you know what they have to cope with. It's literally written in their book. And there's hadiths of Aisha herself writing it. I was 6 years old. We consummated the marriage when I was 9. She's still playing with dolls. It's like written there. But like with and then her insult was with Trump. Like, we don't really know if Trump is that,
like 24, 22, and
Rebecca
then
wasn't
Rebecca
3.
was 16.
Oh yeah, and
24 and 16.
they jump onto the 3. Sorry, I'm just getting banning these bots real quick. But yeah, they jump on the 3 o'clock. The age of 3. I don't know where they got that from. But as well, what did she say? 16 and 24. So that's paedophilia. So what about a 6-year-old and a 50-year-old man? 6-year-old girl and a 50-year-old man. Is that considered paedophilia as well? So you get sticky for them, I swear.
Rebecca-
They're unable
Rebecca-
to deal with that. So then they become combative. They begin to insult you, or they attack you. That's what they're known for. They're unable to really communicate, or they just attack you, bro. Like we saw it, sadly, with Chris at Speaker's Corner. They attacked him recently, punched him up. He got battered, busted nose and all that. They're unable to talk.
Wasn't 3. We can go over
It's
this.
quite sad,
Isaac
really.
was
I
like
feel
24,
bad.
22, and
Rebecca
then
wasn't
Rebecca
3.
was 16.
24 and 16. That's the same thing as 54 and 6.
Well,
It's crazy bit of business to try to be defending. It's like crazy business to be doing mental gymnastics to justify. It's crazy.
you're saying that my prophet's a pedophile.
And also, we don't also pray to Isaac or whoever she's claiming that, married a 3-year-old, which he didn't. But that's their claim. Even if we're to grant it, we don't pray to Isaac. It's the Father, Christ, man. It's Christ. So I don't understand it. Don't get it.
24 and
It's like insulting just to insult. I think what it is, because they're unable to cope with the actual fact that this is what's going on. This is what's happened.
You want
24
to
and
bring
16
up pedophilia.
24 and 16 is legal in
If you're gonna
America
bring up-
today.
Okay, but let me finish.
It's crazy.
You're calling my prophet a pedophile, which is false, and you're denying the fact that Isaac is a pedophile. So
You
if
think
you
it's
want to
okay
talk
for-
about
you think it's
pedophilia, I can
Isaac
talk
wasn't
about that too.
Isaac.
So it's mad the way her justifications work. So it's like it's okay for a 54-year-old man to marry a 6-year-old girl, but paedophilia starts when a 16-year-old girl marries a 24-year-old man, which is actually legal in America today, 2026. I don't know, man. It's like, what sort of logic is that?
Isaac wasn't a
I
pedophile.
don't know.
Do
I
you
don't,
really
I don't know
think-
how to
do you really
understand
Are you gonna let
that.
me? Are you gonna
Because-
let me talk? You're getting emotional. You think it's okay for a 54
Yeah.
year
No, this is literally what ends up happening is the emotions takes over, and then sadly the anger takes over too, and then that's when it gets really dangerous because you better get out of Dodge, son, because they could attack you.
old to marry a
They're unable to communicate. This is what it is. And those that are, which is an avalanche of Muslim apostasy that's happening now, those that are able to communicate are coming to this conclusion that this is clearly something that's messed up. You know what I mean? Something dodgy here. You know what I mean? And they're turning away from it in droves. In droves. You know what I mean? The avalanche of apostasy is happening. So, you know, there are those that are able to communicate. I'm not saying all of them are, but the majority that are deeply entrenched into it, they, you know, unable to communicate in a rational way. They get emotional, like her, emotional, combative, defensive, and then they start throwing insults, and possibly not only insults but punches as well. So, you know,
I think emotional. I'm not sensitive.
Okay. Do you think it's okay for a 54-year-old to marry a 6-year-old?
What do you mean I would pay for that?
I said, do you think it's
how did she hear that? How did she hear that, my bro?
okay? Muhammad, your earliest sources, your Islamic scholars say he was 54. Aisha
really
narrates
think-
in the hadith that
Do
she
you
was
really
6.
think that do you really think that every Muslim is going to live life exactly like how the
No, that's not the question, my love. The question is, do you think it's okay? Not say you're gonna do it. No, I'm asking you, is it okay by your standards?
Prophet did it?
This is
Why?
what I'm
He's the
saying,
most,
that
he's the most
unable-
perfect man, no?
Obviously not, because let me finish. Let
Wait,
me
is he
finish.
time bound?
Obviously not. Obviously, let me finish. Let me finish.
That's another one. Is it time bound? So that means Allah's commandments are time bound. Because I hear that a lot as well. They say, oh yeah, but back then they was able to sleep with, you know, kids. It was all right back then. Nowadays it's not. Oh, so it's time bound. So these are time bound. You know what I'm saying? It's always sticky.
All right, the floor is yours.
So the Prophet was alive in the year 500, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
this doesn't matter
During
because
the
he's supposed to set
Common
them.
Era,
He's supposed
During,
to.
Yeah.
let me finish. You're not even let
Okay.
me finish.
I already know what you're gonna say. Oh, it was normal back then.
No,
it wasn't.
you're not telling me
Yes.
what. You're not letting me like finish.
Floor is yours.
A lot of things back then were normal, but nowadays they're not normal.
Okay. I
Pedophilia.
already
It's
said
time
this.
bound.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
I already
Pedophilia back then
addressed
was
this.
normal. Incest was normal.
So
but
it
it's
was
not normal now.
pedophilia.
Yeah, so what we're saying is the fucking thing is, love, you're not getting it, is that the commandments are time bounded, right? So this is who you believe your creator is, but his powers are time bound and his commandments are time bound. Only for that time period. Huh? It don't make sense, love. It don't make sense. Father Alphonse, how we doing today, my brother? I hope you're having a good day.
It was
They're horrible
pedophilia back
things.
then.
Okay, but
Squid.
pedophilia and incest are two horrible things nowadays, right? Back then, it was normal. Times have changed.
I mean,
Okay, so
mad.
because it was
what about cousin marriage? That's incest.
okay.
Do you really
back-
think that you're gonna go on the cross
In a
and
way.
sacrifice your life for our sins?
Huh?
Just like how Jesus
Is that what she thinks that Christians do?
did? No, because he was alive a long time ago.
Hey, that's a sick gift.
I don't think that.
I don't know. I don't know where half the people get the gifts from. You know.
Sacrifice for the atonement of sins.
That's what
and for
Christians
salvation.
believe. I'm talking in Christian
Okay,
terminology.
so you don't like whenever I cut you off, but you like to cut me off. Okay. Your
Okay,
prophet.
yeah, you're screaming.
Your prophet.
You're rage baiting and you're
I'm not.
screaming. At least
I'm
scream.
not streaming. You can look up my username on Instagram, but I'm not streaming. Muhammad is the most perfect man of all time, right? I'm not streaming on anything. You're just wasting your time.
Yeah, that's another one. Is he's the example? He's the paragon of man, right?
But is Muhammad the most perfect man of all time?
So you are going off of
Is Muhammad the most
Christian
perfect man of all
terminology?
time?
See again, another question is going to get dodged. I can see it because she dodged the other one. Is it okay for a 54-year-old man to marry a 6-year-old? She dodged that by claiming no, not everyone's going to live like Muhammad. So then he's pivoted and gone to. So do you believe that Muhammad is the perfect human being? Which is what they believe in the text.
No. Muhammad is considered to be the most perfect man of all time,
Okay, is
not
Jesus
bound by
the
his
most
time.
perfect man? Okay, so if
Yes,
you want to bring
Jesus
up,
was-
Mu-
Yes,
if you want to
Jesus
bring
was-
up Muhammad,
yeah,
peace be
you want to
upon him,
compare. You want to compare Jesus' life to Muhammad's and see who was a better person.
Don't go there, love. You don't want to go there, love. We're comparing Jesus Christ with Muhammad. Don't go there, love.
Person?
They even know not to go there. Christ, Jesus is the only one in their book that creates alongside God, Allah. There's a bird out there somewhere in heaven that's praying both to Allah and Jesus, because Jesus blew the breath of life into it. It's a lot to contend with. That's something. Do not compare Jesus Christ with Muhammad. She's gonna find herself in a sticky situation if she decides to do this.
You want to bring up Muhammad?
Yeah,
peace be
you want to
upon him?
compare Jesus' life to Muhammad's and see who was a better person?
I don't think we should be comparing religion. That's disrespectful.
Okay, so pivot again.
And
Why
shameful
did
behavior. I don't
Jesus
think
get
we should
ascended
be
above the
comparing
seven?
religion. I am not going to say Islam. Yes, I believe
you don't
in
want to. You don't
Islam.
want to compare Jesus to Muhammad because you know Jesus was a better person. Why
That's
was
not
Yeah.
true. That's not true. That's not true.
This is what it is. That's the truth of the matter. That's why it is. Then do it. Then let's compare. Go compare. Unable to.
The reason why I don't want to compare your
Computer says no, and then now she's gonna pivot to, oh no, it's disrespectful to be comparing their religion. Huh? Your book says death to all unbelievers. Huh? If you leave the religion, they say kill them. Kill all apostates. Huh?
religion to mine and say mine is better or yours is better, because that's disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful to
Muslim men, Salih. Salih, am I saying that right? I don't know. Salih Tire. Salih Tire. Salih Tire says Muslim men are usually quiet and devout, but Muslim girls are idiots. In my opinion, it's the other way around, bro. In my experience, I usually see the girls quiet and devout, and quiet, devout, meek, and then the men are loud, boisterous, and idiotic.
towards your religion. I respect every religion, even though I don't believe in most except my own. I only believe in my religion. Therefore, I'm not going to disrespect your religion.
Also, I've seen like sheikhs and that saying women shouldn't be speaking. These are Muslim sheikhs about Muslim women. They say they shouldn't be doing da'wah. They shouldn't be talking about the religion to men or even their other women. They just shouldn't be doing. I've seen sheikhs saying that. So in certain Islamic views, especially the man, they'll be looking at this woman thinking, "What are you doing? What she's doing is wrong." So it's like, wow.
I want to be disrespectful towards your religion. I respect every religion, even though I don't believe in most except my own. I
You don't believe in most except your own. You don't believe in none except your own, love.
only believe in my religion. Therefore, I'm not going to disrespect your religion and say Muhammad was better, peace be upon him. I'm not going to say that. That's
Nah,
disrespectful.
yeah.
I can respect people who follow a particular religion if they don't adhere to everything, but I cannot respect what your book teaches and what your hadiths say. I think it's gross.
What's
This is where I kind of draw a line as well. It's like the moral issue.
Well, I mean, your hadiths say
Morality.
that in the end of times that every Muslim they will swap places with a Jew and a Christian for hellfire. That all of you are supposed to be condemned to hell, but in the end times you will be given a Jew or a Christian.
what's
No,
the
this isn't
They
hadith.
haven't read a lot of the stuffs. They haven't read a lot of the stuffs, man. A lot of the things, the important bits and pieces.
Let me check.
Again, it's like pick and choose. And then also, this is another thing that I've noticed with a lot of Muslims that I've talked to, is that when you do say these certain things, they go, "Well, that's not true," and you go, "No, it's in your hadith. Look, here it is." And then they'll go, "Oh," somehow they'll justify it in their mind like you don't understand because it's not in Arabic. You're not reading it in Arabic. It's a translation. Something went wrong. Some sort of justification is there. It's like, what? So then this religion is not for the world. Then it's only for Arabs. No, it is for the world. And then you're finding yourself in like, it's like, what the hell are you guys doing? What the hell are you doing?
Because the surah, hadiths have surah.
Yeah.
So what surah?
God help
Let me
us.
try and find it for you.
Because you probably found it off of a false
No,
website.
Yeah.
I've read.
So this is her natural preconception. This is how her misconceptions begin, because she's already starting with the premise that he's probably got a false hadith. It doesn't exist. It's probably going to pull out a sahih one from like Al-Bukhari. And it's just bad. It's so bad. A lot of them are not educated. But then again, I put blame on their teachers, because their teachers don't show them a lot of stuff. It actually takes Christians and Jews to show them about their religion, sadly. because they're not going to get it from their side, because their side is their side. Their side's only going to show them a different light of what Islam is. They say it's a religion of peace, but then it's going to take the Christian or Jew, someone from the outside, to show you, no, this is what it says. Look, it says death to unbelievers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's a lot. This is what I've seen a lot of. It takes someone from the outside to actually show a Muslim what it is. And what you can hope to do with this sort of stuff is urge the Muslim to go seek for themselves. Not to trust you, not to trust the sheikh or whatever. No, go seek it yourself. What you can do is just begin to plant the seed in their head. You know what I mean? You can just begin to plant a seed. But then a lot of them, you do notice a lot of them are under the umbrella of ignorance is bliss, and they'd rather stay there. They wouldn't even look. So even when you show them with evidence and you show them this and that, the answer that you'll get back is, oh, yeah, I'll do my research. And that's it. You'll never hear about them again. You know, you'll never hear ever again. That's when you know that they haven't looked, they haven't read, they haven't done their due diligence. They haven't stuck to their word and done what they said they was going to do, because they've probably had a little peek and seen what you said is actually true, and you're not misleading them. You're actually trying to guide them from the dark to the light. So this is what a lot of it that I've realized, that ignorance is bliss in this community, because they just don't wanna, you know, it's too much part of their life. It's too much part of their way of life, you know. But yeah, it takes bravery, really. It takes bravery.
Many hadiths, probably over 5,000.
Got to be brave.
What hadiths? Where did you read them from?
I type in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih al-Muslim.
Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. These are like the most strongest hadiths.
Bukhari?
What's she gonna say?
Wait, hold on. Calm down.
She's unable. No, you need to calm down, love. You're the one here is flustered. You see how the reversal? It's literally the same tactics used as the lefties. The weird ones that don't know what a man is and all that. They use all these. They use all this. When you see the bird hands, they're trying to control your mind. Always know that.
And Bukhari?
And Muslim. I've read a lot of both of them. You don't accept those?
Hold on.
Okay, so she doesn't. She probably doesn't even know them.
And then what number?
Oh no, you asked like what I've read. I told you that I've read some of Sahih Bukhari and some of Sahih Muslim.
I thought you were giving me the hadith, bro. Give me the hadith.
I'm looking it up. You interrupted me. Hadith on Jews.
Yeah, she's crazy. It's like mad. You could see the cope here, bro. It's like it's actually quite cringe watching her, because it's, you know, it's someone who's not willing to know. And we can all see, as the viewers here, we can all see she's getting fried over here, and she's unable to, like, she can see that as well. This is the bad thing. She can see that she's getting fried. It's fucked.
And then you can go look at the one where Aisha says I was 6 when the Prophet married me, and that I was playing.
Yeah, and I was playing with dolls. Yeah.
Playing with dolls, and tell me that she wasn't a little girl.
Yeah. So she has. Look, see how shocked she is. She doesn't know about it. She's unaware that this exists. Like, what? Crazy.
Okay, but she was past the age of maturity, and
at 6, it's past the age of maturity. 9 to consummate.
Islam, we believe that if you're past the age of maturity,
I think like rape, pedophilia, and all these bad things are not time bound. These things are like eternal. It's not like, oh yeah, back then it was fine. Now, even back then that was fucked. Now it's fucked, and it's always gonna be fucked. Like, what? The justification is crazy.
Because you hit puberty, you were allowed to get married. But we're not gonna live life like that. Like
she hit puberty.
So she hit puberty. She's gonna wrap herself into a bind, because she's obviously not read about divorce in the Quran, where it clearly states it. That even prepubescent girls. Well, they just got to read. They really got to read. This is very important to educate yourself.
Wait, she hit
especially
puberty?
with this, especially if you want to come and debate and talk about it. Like, if you're gonna stay quiet and do your thing, that's cool. No one's got a problem. No one's got a problem with that. If you're gonna come all boisterous as if you can, there's gonna be an issue, because you clearly haven't read. If you've read, you're gonna be quiet.
You think?
She hit
you
puberty.
That's the only thing.
She
you
hit puberty.
think? Let me finish.
She,
Let me
no,
finish.
no, no,
Let me
no,
finish.
because you just said
Let
she
me
was.
finish.
No, because
Let me
earlier you
finish.
called. Earlier you said it was pedophilia.
Yeah,
and that it
look, she realizes now she's getting herself caught into a bind, and then so the shout tactic, the shout over, interrupt, and keep shutting down because she knows what's coming.
was okay. Now you're saying she was past puberty. So now you've switched up your whole argument.
It said she was past the
Yeah.
age of no.
You
maturity.
said that she
My
was
bad.
maturity and
My
that she had
bad,
gone.
my bad.
Okay,
My bad,
okay.
my bad.
Find me the
Ah.
verse.
Wrong choice of
Fine,
wording.
fine.
She's doing the bird hands, boys. She's doing it. She's trying to control the situation. She's losing control. That's what's happening.
Fine. Find me the verse or the hadith that says she hit
It's
puberty.
quite bad. Feel sorry for her.
You won't find it because it's not in there.
Okay,
It don't
because I
exist.
accidentally said puberty instead of maturity.
Why
Like,
is there
you
why
are-
is there a waiting?
So the age of maturity is 9, according to her in her mind. But then, when supposedly Isaac married Rebecca at 16, that's pedophilia? Wasn't 9 the age of maturity? You find yourself in a situation, don't you?
Why is there a waiting period
Okay.
for prepubescent girls in your religion? A waiting period after
Okay, so
divorce?
do you really
Yeah, so she doesn't know. He's going to hear with the divorce stuff. Cooked.
think that every single Muslim is gonna be like,
Absolutely
oh,
cooked.
Muhammad married a 6-year-old?
No,
Let's
but
go
I
do
th-
that.
no, but I think it's part of a
not
reason that
every-
No.
a lot of
not
no, but I
every
You would hope not. But there are loads still doing it.
no.
person is gonna do
There
that.
are.
Yes,
I told
we
you that.
believe.
There
yes,
are do
we
that. People that
believe
do that.
in God, and yes, we follow
Why
Muhammad. peace
why
be upon
don't
him,
you do that if he was the most
But
perfect
do you
man?
really think? Do
Yeah.
you really think? Like, okay, because
But why
Isaac,
wouldn't you?
Isaac dated Rebecca, right? Rebecca was a little girl. Do you really think people in
She wasn't-
Christianity be like,
she
oh my
wasn't a
gosh,
little
well,
girl.
let's marry little girls?
Rebecca,
No.
the
She
little girl that
weren't
was
a
doing
little
work in the
girl.
field carrying jugs of water on
Oh,
her
working
shoulders
the
was a
field,
little
but
girl.
she was still
Yeah.
a minor. She was still a minor.
You said she was 16
Mm.
earlier.
It's like Aisha.
Aisha was 6. You think a 6 and a 16-year-old
She's
are the
still a
same thing?
minor. Because that's not like 18. She's still a minor.
The age of consent.
So how come it's still legal in some places in America then? But nowhere that I know of is it legal to marry a 6-year-old. It's a madness of the mind.
And like
It's this, and this is a woman saying this stuff. It's a woman. So the sort of stuff it gets you to say, the sort of bind, the grasp it has on your mind and your soul, is so darkening that it has you saying the most outlandish things to justify it. It's quite scary, really.
30 of the 50
The age
states
of
in America
consent.
is
You're bringing
16.
up government. Get rid of government. Get rid of government. I hate every government. They're stupid. Get rid of government.
It shows,
Okay, I still
love.
think
It
that a
shows.
24 and a
It
16-year-old,
shows.
which you presented earlier, is a lot different than a 54 and a 6-year-old. And you
But it's
called
still
it.
pedophilia
You
at
called
the
it
end of the day,
pedophilia.
though. It's
It's
still
not. It's not
because you want to
pedophilia.
bring up pedophilia. It's still pedophilia at the end of the day. Isn't
It's
it
not
weird? Like if
pedophilia.
I'm 19.
Huh?
Do you think it's like weird for me to like date like
So
2-year-olds
so
or like
you
a
think
6-year-old?
so
That's
you
weird.
think you think under no circumstances should a 16-year-old be able to get married? Because like 50 years ago that was normal. I think my mother
Okay,
got
well,
married
I
when she
hope
was
you
18.
know that I am in no control of when people get married.
I'm asking you, do you think it's okay for a 16-year-old to get married?
Well, Rebecca married Isaac.
Do you think it's okay for a 16-year-old to get married?
The simple question. The simple question. She knows because she's gonna get binded. So she's thinking quickly, what could it be? No honesty, there's no honesty. Look, I don't
Do you really think I'm
Do you-
unable to answer.
you really think I'm
Do
okay
you think
with
it's okay?
minors,
Do you think it's okay
minors
for
getting married?
50 years ago in America, a lot of women got married at 16 years old. That's
Exactly,
not minor.
because
That's-
anyone can get married at any age. It's their choice.
At 6?
Do you really think I'm in control? Like, you want me to go back in time and tell
Wait,
Aisha no?
I'm waiting for you to answer.
Did you see? What you want to go back in time until Aisha? No. What?
Do you think it's okay for a 16-year-old to get married today? Would you have a problem with a 16-year-old getting
Well,
married
okay,
today?
so if you want to bring up,
It's
like,
yes
stop
or
trying to
no.
act like Christianity is the most perfect religion in the world.
Unable again. She's pivoting and she's dodging.
I'm not even
You guys
talking
don't
about
think it's
Christianity.
very
You brought up
earthly.
Rebecca. You brought up
Okay, but
Rebecca.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Just
Also, by the way, I think your religion
there
has
is
a lot
no
of great
proof out there.
teachings.
There is
Bad,
no
bro.
evidence. There's no evidence out there that Christianity is true. If you go to Iraq, if you go to Saudi, if you go to Islamic countries,
And why is she now attacking Christianity? you see what I said? See what I said earlier? It's true that now it goes into attack mode. They go into the offensive. They do defensive, and then now they're doing offensive. Now she's insulting him. Now she's gonna say, "Nah, there's not even evidence that Christianity." What the hell? Where the hell did that come from?
you are going to see the
We're-
prophet's grave. Are you going to see like any of like the prophets in your religion's graves? No.
Prophet's grave. Go so you can see St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. It's there. And I think in Jerusalem, somewhere in Israel, they got where Jesus died. They got that spot. Does that prove it's real? What justification?
So because
Because
you
you guys
have
think
a,
about it very earthly. Christianity is not really earthly religion.
Earthly. This is madness, bro.
so
She has to be trolling. Like, this is crazy.
because you have a grave that you
This is
say a certain person,
crazy.
and by the way, there are alleged graves
Awfully.
in Iraq of like Esther.
So do you really think that we're
There
going to fake the
is.
grave and be like, oh, Muhammad's body's here? Yep, let's fake that. That's a pretty disrespectful thing to do.
No, you could say
Pretty
that
messed up thing to do.
No.
Yeah, that would be, man. That would be proper messed up, man. Imagine doing that.
No,
Imagine
you
that.
could say that this is Muhammad's grave. That doesn't prove that he's a messenger from God. That just
I went and I visited a mosque in Turkey. It's not that old. The mosque is not that old. Like, definitely not biblical times. And it had a little museum in the mosque. And I was going through there, like, seeing all the little artifacts and that. They had a cane. They had a stick, like a cane. And they had a little sign next to it saying, Moses' staff. They're claiming that was Moses' stuff. I mean, why would you lie about something like that? You know, people do lie about things, though.
proves that there was a guy named
nice.
Muhammad who lived and died, and he was buried here. That proves nothing
And
about
he
him.
was a messenger. He was a messenger because he gave hadiths.
Okay, I want to
and
ask you a
those are
question.
his messages.
I want to ask you a question. Does your Quran confirm the Bible?
Okay, I have.
So this is the issue now. This is where you introduce the Islamic dilemma, and that's it.
I've never read the Quran fully, so
Yeah, you and I would say probably 95% of Muslims have not read the Quran. Shockingly, they have not read the Quran. So she hasn't read the Quran. All this, and she hasn't read the Quran. What are we doing here, man?
Quran confirm the Bible.
okay, I have never read the Quran fully, so I cannot assume what's in it if I can't
Fully.
if I haven't read the whole thing yet. That's a sin in my
Okay.
religion. I'm not gonna sin.
Okay. You're not gonna
Okay.
do shirk.
Shirk,
Shirk. You know what shirk is?
shirk, shirk. You say it like a white guy. Shirk.
He is white. What? You know, you see it. The thinly veiled racism. It's bad, bro. This is not a good look, bro. It's bad.
Well, I don't speak Arabic.
Well,
And do
shirk-
you speak Arabic?
It's a white
Yes,
man.
I'm Arab.
Do you believe that you have to be able to like speak Arabic to understand the Quran? Because a lot of people tell me that I
That's
another
not
one,
true
yeah.
because there's English Qurans, there's Qurans in
See, again, you're gonna find yourself in more binds, sister.
a lot of languages.
Okay, well, a lot of Muslims tell me that you have to read it in the Arabic to fully understand it
Yeah.
whenever I go into things.
No, because when you go into things, yeah, you're gonna find situations which point out evidence. They're gonna eventually come to the conclusion. Once they're cornered, they're gonna come to the conclusion of, you don't really understand because you're not reading in Arabic. So it's the Arabization of the world. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that's how God would be.
So, I mean, thank you for proving
It's
it
just
wrong.
because
70% of
Arabic-
Muslims don't speak
That's the
Arabic.
only reason why they're saying
Yeah,
it.
70% of Muslims don't speak Arabic. So I mean, you know, what is that? So the 30% that do speak, they're the real Muslims. The others are not, according to her logic, and according to a lot of maybe not her logic, but a lot of Muslims' logic.
Okay,
Is
I
because they
hope you
don't have
know
an
the only
argument. It's
reason why
because they don't
they're
have an
saying.
argument. That's why they
Can you
say
let me talk? Can you let me talk?
that.
Yeah,
The
angry.
only reason why they're saying that is because the Arabic is not a directly translated language. Because if, like in my dialect, if I say "How are you," that literally means "What's your color," but it actually means "How are you?" So
Yeah,
Arabic is not a
I
directly
understand.
translated language. Since it's such an old language, that's why they're saying that. I don't know why they're saying that to you, but like
Yeah,
you can understand it in any language.
I understand. Is there a P in Arabic?
Why are you trying to make fun of my language?
I'm asking you if the letter P is.
Instantly on the defensive. You see it? Instantly on the defensive. That's the default. This is the default of a lot of them. That they're instantly on the defensive. Like that's how you know that they're viewing you as the enemy. You haven't even spoke or whatever, even in public. That's why they view you as an enemy in their mind. So the moment you speak is instantly on the defensive or offensive. It's like, what? He asked you, is there a P in Arabic? Ah, she took offense to that.
Why are you trying to make fun of my language?
I'm asking you if the letter P is existent in Arabic.
You know the answer to that. Why would you ask me that?
The answer.
What?
Bro, you literally bringing up
The answer is
claims
no,
and they're
right?
stupid.
I asked you a question. I didn't make a claim. We're gonna get back
Obviously,
to.
the letter P does not exist in the Arabic alphabet. That's why Arabs who don't know
So
English
what is
cannot pronounce the letter P.
So what is Palestine?
Palestine.
Palestine.
What is that?
Palestine.
Yeah, what is that? Where does that come from?
That?
Where does that come from? It does not come from Judea and Samaria like how you guys believe it.
No, I know it comes from the
It comes
Greek.
from Palestine. Because
Greek.
Palestine is a very, very old country.
Palestine's
And you must
never.
respect it.
Palestine's
You must
never been a
respect it
country.
because
It's never been. This is what I'm saying. When you see the world history, when you really look, it's never been.
in
It never
Christianity
was.
terminology, y'all believe
Jesus
that
was born in
Jesus was
Judea,
born in
Bethlehem. Yeah,
Y'all
Bethlehem.
believe
Bethlehem back then wasn't under. It wasn't called Palestine. It was
Okay,
called
but if you
Judea.
Google Bethlehem now, Bethlehem is in West Bank, Palestine, which is Palestine.
Okay,
Geographically,
parts of
Jesus
native.
was Palestinian.
So mad.
Jesus
No, he
was
wasn't.
Palestinian.
No, he was Jewish.
So again, it's like another claim in it. So they have another claim to stake. It's like Jesus was Palestinian. Huh? Another like they've put their stake down for another claim, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing it again, just the same as this Kafir, which they robbed from the fishermen tribes in southern Iraq, which were Jews. They successfully robbed the Kafir. But that's for another day. If you look at history, you learn everything.
He was of Jewish ethnicity, but he was still Palestinian because
Palestine
Jews
didn't exist
lived-
at the time. Nobody called it Palestine.
Palestine does exist.
Palestine-
Israel became later because
What
during the
was the
Roman
land-
Empire, the Jews did not where to go because they didn't know where to go because they were hated all over Europe because of the Holocaust.
So look here, lack of education. During the Roman Empire, they had nowhere to go because of the Holocaust. The German Holocaust, which happened in what was that? In the Second World War, 1939, 38? What we doing here, man? What we doing here, man?
Then the British were like, hey,
during the
let's
Roman
just give you guys
Empire?
this land, and they gave them Palestine, and then Jews lied, saying this land was promised to us 3,000 years ago by God, which is false.
Good God.
And now that's why Israel exists.
No,
See,
You don't know
that's
your
what I'm
history.
saying. Sometimes, and then she says you don't know your history. You can't make it up. You honestly can't make it up. Sometimes best to save your breath and run. Like, test the waters with certain people. Test the waters. See the level of education, knowledge, intelligence, and back up. Or engage further. But yeah, that's the best way to go forward. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
very
But a great video, though.
How are you going to debate when you're uneducated? How are you going to debate when you're uneducated?
Well,
That's actually wild. How are you gonna debate when you're uneducated?
oh, she's gonna skip now. Makes sense.
And then dipped out. She says during the Roman Empire when the Holocaust was going on. You remember when the Holocaust was going on? When? During the Roman Empire. How? Yeah. That was a good video and a good channel. The guy seemed chill. I quite like that. The Moderate Case. I'll give him a sub and a like on that video. I'll pop this in the description when the time comes. Absolutely great video. And again, another like sort of just highlighting common answers These are like the common answers what you hear from Muslims. There's a lot of that. And then near the end there, as you saw after all what she said, near the end there, she said, I haven't even read the Quran fully. It's like, what are we doing here, man? It's like, all right, yeah. So the only thing we could say to a person like that is then go read. Go read it. So now you probably never hear from that girl again. You never hear from her again because she'll go if she won't read. You know, because sadly a lot of people like that are dishonest. They have a dishonesty, so she wouldn't seek to gain more knowledge. She would seek to refute more. So it'll be more of how can I refute these arguments other than actually read and get more knowledgeable in your own religion. Sadly, you haven't even done that. You went with the trust me bro reference. You didn't go back and look at the text yourself. And that's always going to come back and bite you. No matter how much refutations you build up, you will always get beat down because you don't know your texts. You simply don't know your texts. It takes someone from outside your religion to tell you about your texts, in order then for you to get triggered and go into panic mode, start attacking, and then retreat again back into the cave. So it's a lot. This is a lot of what I see. So it's like these are like a lot common things that come. It's the way he done it was pretty good. And actually, I've never seen her before, so it's quite interesting to see her perspective. But it's it's not nothing new, not nothing groundbreaking. We've heard it all before. But anyway, yeah, the moderate case. I'll pop this video in the description when the time comes. Good one, that one. That was a good one. I quite like that one.